Good evening. I'm student meteorologist David Stoltz, and currently we have a temperature of 81 degrees here in Tallahassee under partly cloudy skies. I can see from the look here at Doak Campbell Stadium, it is absolutely clear. And we have a north-northwest wind now, 13 miles per hour, ushering in some cooler air for tonight. Temperatures are on decrease here in the Big Bend area. As you can see, 81 degrees currently in Tallahassee. Nothing to talk about on the radar. It's absolutely clear as that front has pushed through and has cleared things out. Next 24 hours, clear skies for most of the peninsula of Florida, except you see some clouds off to the east here. Tonight you can expect a low of 54 degrees under clearing up skies and north wind at 15 miles per hour. And what we're going to talk about tonight on the FSU weather, well, cold front tonight and then mid-60s for tomorrow's game, and then a warm-up in sight for next week. This is your FSU Weather Show for Friday.
Good evening, everyone. I'm student meteorologist Zach Richards, and it's going to be a beautiful night here. Well, it has been a beautiful night in Tallahassee, and thankfully we have more good weather on the way. Pretty interesting show tonight. We have, it might not be so interesting locally. There's a lot of stuff going on in the bigger picture, however. Of course, we had that cold front that moved through today. Might not have noticed that really. It was kind of a dry front. There really wasn't any precipitation associated with it, but that's not bothering us any, right? If we could use a few days without some rain. Mid-60s looking like for the FSU game, and excellent weather. We're going to break that forecast down for you too. Thankfully we're finally starting to let some fans in the stadium. I know it's been a long time since I've been to a sporting event. It's been almost a year, so I'm personally really excited. Then of course we got that warm-up that's going to be coming in as we get into next week. So the cool effects of the dry front, not terribly long-lasting. But we'll take what we can get. It's not the most organized front. And this time of the year, if you remember last year at this time, we were talking about record-breaking temperatures in the 90s. So, it's a way better than that. As personally, I think this is a lot better. I'll take it. It's a lot 10 degrees warmer still than I would care for it to be. But, no big complaints here. We got dry weather for the game. It's a night game, prime time. It's going to be an exciting weekend for a lot of folks. Yeah, not a whole lot else I can say here locally. Thankfully, it's been dry and nice across the country. Not a terribly active pattern, but we'll talk about a little bit. David, what do you think is going to happen as we get into the rest of the day here?
Well, currently here in Tallahassee, it's 81 degrees, and nationally, I believe that we're going to see a lot more cooler temperatures with this front that has passed by. And we're going to look at the radar currently. There's nothing on the radar to speak of here in the Big Bend area. It is absolutely clear as that front has passed through. And currently here in the Big Bend area, you can see temperatures are falling. 77 degrees here in Bainbridge, 81 in Tallahassee. And up here in Valdosta, you can see that it is 80 degrees. And temperatures will continue to fall throughout the evening as that air is ushered in from the north. You can see north wind here in Thomasville at 8 miles per hour and 13 miles per hour here at Tallahassee. So those winds are bringing that cooler, drier air. It's going to be a great night to open the windows and let that fresh air. And our dew points are on the decrease also, as you can see, 60-degree dew point in Bainbridge, 62 here in Tallahassee, which is a big change from the other day when we were in the low 70s with our dew points. And the moisture forecast shows it all. As you can see, there's drier air being ushered in. You can see it's a little bit of moisture trying to move north as that front probably becomes stationary and tries to make its way north. And it is actually going to, because we'll have warmer temperatures coming up next week. And next 24 hours, no cloud cover for the Big Bend area. But over here in Jacksonville, heading towards Jacksonville, you can see there are some clouds that are trying to creep back into the picture over the next 24 hours. Tonight's forecast around the Big Bend, you can see 57 degrees in Bainbridge, 60 here in Tallahassee. And Monticello, you can see 59 degrees. It's going to be absolutely a gorgeous night tonight. And if you're going to go out tomorrow, I expect temperatures around 12 p.m. at 68 degrees at 3:77, and getting closer to kickoff time for the football game, you see it's sunny and 75 degrees. And looking ahead at the next week, in the next 7 days, windy tomorrow as we have high pressure, there's a gradient between high pressure and low pressure, ushering in cooler air from the north. And on Sunday, things begin to warm up again. On Monday, things will gradually warm up into the mid-80s as we go into next week, but no rain. So that sounds like a great forecast, Zach. What do you think?
Yeah, it really does. You really can't ask for much better weather this time of the year, especially in Florida. I mean, it's,
Absolutely.
We're going to zoom out here a little bit and take a look at the bigger picture in the southeast. We've put the cold front up on the map, so it's a little easier to spot because you really wouldn't see it without our graphics here. It's getting draped kind of just across here, across southern Georgia, and then as we get up into South Carolina, the front really seems to be located. But yeah, otherwise, nothing on the satellite and radar except for some light showers as we get down here towards the New Orleans area that would really indicate anything is happening front-wise. That's where we have our water vapor imagery. Take a look at all the dry air here across the southeast, here across Alabama as we're getting up there towards Atlanta or so. All of these dark brown colors, that's really dry air. The moisture here right behind my back, really all getting shoved down. The rest of the Florida Peninsula having to deal with that. But that moisture and all that cloud cover and precipitation is pushing off into the Atlantic Ocean. So great news for us here across the southeast. And right here, once again, behind me, the dew points will indicate that. 47 in Montgomery, 45 right now at Atlanta. That's some nice, dry, and refreshing air. Feeling very fall-like. It's 62 here in Tally. And then as we get farther south into Florida, there's lower 70s for the dew points just because the front has not made it there yet. That's also where the heat will kind of be, too. You can see kind of sandwiched between where the storms are in the very south and the cold front and the drier air, where the cool temperatures are up here. We got some heat there in the middle. Orlando is looking at 85. Tally right now is 81. But the 60s are on the way for much of the area. And even here in Tallahassee, we're going to get some lows potentially down into the 50s and definitely the 60s. So it's looking pretty nice. Today's forecast looking like, we're up in Charlotte right now. It's 72 degrees, not too bad. Concord at 70, but all across the metro area, you can see up in the north, kind of those cooler temperatures. Moving down south here to Augusta, Georgia. What an awesome looking forecast. I mean, it's just a great, great evening and great day tomorrow with these 70s just everywhere. The future cast looking like that front continues to push on south before, of course, getting stuck there in South Florida, continuing to provide them with more scattered showers. But otherwise, look at that, perfectly clear as we're getting into our Saturday evening. Tomorrow is going to be an absolutely wonderful day to do outdoor activities. Go to a football game, take the dog for a walk, go to the park. We seem to be trapped inside so much, but tomorrow is going to be a great opportunity, widespread for everyone. We're not talking about bitterly cold. It's not burning hot. There's no good chance of precipitation anywhere. So it's going to be an absolutely great looking forecast. Tonight, just around the southeast, we've got the upper 40s here from Little Rock to Tupelo. 41, you're really feeling like fall up there. Over towards Atlanta, also in the 40s. Charleston there, closer to the coast, you're in the 50s, but still that is a fall-like kind of feeling. Even over here, Jacksonville and Tallahassee, we're getting that 55, 60 in Jacks. Moving farther south, of course, the front has not made it there yet, so we're still talking about the 70s. But overall, as we get into tomorrow, I mean, this is the forecast I really love to see. As a meteorologist and just as a person that loves to get outside, 70 degrees and sunny in Little Rock, even 79 in Tallahassee, and the sun will be shining bright. With the exception of the tip of South Florida down there, we still have those storms because, that front just won't move out of the way. But yeah, David, like I said, I don't think you can ask for much better weather than this.
No, I don't think you can, Zach. It's absolutely going to be beautiful here in the southeast. And look at here at Panama City Beach. It is just absolutely beautiful. That is just beautiful. You can see the sun here, no clouds obscuring it, and looks like a great time to just be out there and watch the sunset and get some good pictures. And might need a jacket. The cool wind is coming out of the north behind the front that we just had passed by. And we're going to look at Florida now, and you can see down here in Miami, it looks like they have some showers at 75 degrees. It looks a little cool down, but up here in Orlando, we see 85. So depending on where you're at and if you have cloud cover over and you're getting a shower, your temperatures obviously are going to be much lower. And you can see 76 here at Pensacola as the front has passed by, and now those cooler temperatures are being ushered in. And you can see by the smiley face on the muggy meter, this guy is happy here in Pensacola. And as you move across, Tallahassee's not too sure yet. we're still waiting for more dew points to continue to fall. But as you go down the peninsula, you see, yeah, the muggies are down here in South Florida. And that's where they usually are at this time of year. And, oh, wow, look at the muggies there. This is why. There's lots of rain and showers, and there's thunderstorms around Miami, over the Everglades. Just looks like east of Fort Myers. And Palm Beach County, where I'm from, they're getting a ton of rain there. So we're going to move up the state now, and now you can see where that cold front is at. It's about right here. It's right across central, about the Orlando area, and you can see that it's looks like it's trying to creep back north already. I don't know, but anyways, it's clear once you get up to Orlando and get up into North Florida. There are some, looks like maybe it's a little bit of shower activity near Jacksonville, and you can see there's a little bit of cloud cover, but this will all push through, and tomorrow's going to be an absolutely beautiful day. And you see the moisture cast, the lower dew points are just coming our way, and they're going to stay down here in South Florida, and actually most Central Florida also going to continue to be on the muggy side. That front's not going to push the whole way through. We may have a front push the whole way through in the next couple of weeks. We'll have to wait and see. But here's the future cast, and you can see showers and storms across the parts of Florida here, and southeast, absolutely beautiful weather with no cloud cover for the next 24 hours. Tomorrow's forecast for Florida, you see 77 degrees, and Pensacola, absolutely beautiful. Just beautiful temperatures in the mid to upper 70s for the north part of the peninsula, and as you go down into South Florida, it gets on the muggy side, and it'll be in the upper 80s. City by city, Miami, 85 degrees tomorrow, and your rain chances are going to stay about 60% for the rest of the week with highs in the mid-80s. Tampa, you're going to have more sunshine than Miami with highs in the upper 80s the next 3 days. And on Sunday, we see here for Packers versus the Bucks, at kickoff, you expect a temperature of 86 degrees, and about 6 p.m., 83. It's going to be absolutely beautiful weather. And up here, Jacksonville, you can see highs in the low to mid-70s. The temperature is slowly rebounding up to 80, and things are continuing to look beautiful for this weekend. It's going to be absolutely. So, Zach, I mean, is there anything going on in the tropics that we should be worried about?
Well, you know, if you follow anything online, you know, there's been a lot of people hyping up things in certain model runs as they typically do this time of the year. But tonight's edition of FSU Weather Hurricane Center, we're not bringing you anything extremely crazy right now. We do have an area of interest out here in the Atlantic, so nice little low pressure right here. You know, it's kind of an investigational area. We're looking at it. We're kind of running some models more closely to look at it. The wind's at 30 miles an hour. It's actually moving east, if you look up there, east at 2 miles an hour. So it's kind of weird. Why are we watching this system? Spaghetti plots are not really sure what to do with it. So, you know, depending on which model you like to run, I'm sure most people are really interested. They're rooting for the teal guy over here and getting this as far away as possible. However, this little spot right here is Bermuda, and so Bermuda really has to pay close attention to this because, you know, the models are, you know, kind of all over the place, but we are seeing some indications that it could be moving in that direction. Here locally, not anything too crazy, but yeah, we're up to a 60% chance of development, so this has increased just today. This morning it was only about 30%. So yeah, this low kind of in this general area. It doesn't look very organized or exciting right now. But this is one we're probably going to have to watch a little bit closer. So 30% chance of development, but this kind of southern Caribbean area is something we really have to watch this time of year. There's this little thing down here called the Central American Gyre, and basically it's a large area of lower than normal pressure. It pretty much extends over everything you see here. And it kind of spins around, and little pieces of energy can sometimes break off of the gyre and start to develop. The water is still extremely warm down here this time of the year, and so as these things start to move north and east, north, they can go east, they can go west, depending on what the overall pattern is. So like I said, 30% chance over the next 48 hours or so. You can really see the front nice and draped down right there across Miami and going down into the Gulf. Now, if that front is in the way of anything that develops, it will kind of kick it out into the Atlantic Ocean. So a lot of people are really rooting for that. We've had a really, really rough hurricane season. Over here, as we look towards the African area, the African easterly waves, not as big of a threat this time of the year, but still something we have to watch. There's a little area of disturbed weather right there, but nothing we really have to be that concerned about this time of the year. Overall, it doesn't look too bad, but we do have to watch that area that has the 30% chance of development. Just this time of the year, that's historically where some bad storms have come from, and something we have to keep an eye on.
You're absolutely right, Zach. The hurricane season is not over yet, so we do need to keep an eye on the tropics, especially the Caribbean and the Gulf of Mexico, as we can have a front actually come into the Gulf, and it can actually spin up a low pressure system off of a front. So we gotta watch these fronts that kind of drape themselves into the Gulf and stall out there. Looking at the national picture, you can see this. Here's the cold front that has come through, that is coming through our area, bringing in that cooler air along with this high pressure. This is a cooler air mass, so it's going to come through and lower our dew points and our temperatures. Up in the northeast, they're dealing with some rain from my front up there currently, and there's some little bit of snow getting into the picture up here in the upper parts of Michigan and northern Wisconsin, and also looks like up here in Montana they're getting in on some snow also. Winter is trying to make its way into the U.S. Okay, the satellite picture, you can see that we have the jet stream here dipping down into the southeast, and this is what's going to bring the usher in the cooler air for us as for this weekend at least. And you can see that the humidity and showers and storms in South Florida and out west, they continue to be under high pressure. No cloud cover and just lots of sunshine and low dew points out there as well. Looking at the water vapor imagery, you can see here is Florida. You can see the front is located in the dry air behind it, and all that sticky, muggy moisture that's in front of it down in South Florida, bringing them showers and storms. And if we look out here, you can see a low pressure system spinning out over the Atlantic, and I believe that's part of the invest that they're actually watching for development. Maybe a hybrid tropical system, maybe sort of something that looks tropical and also looks like it's a mid-latitude storm. We'll have to wait and see what develops. And we're going to look at here's the United States. Absolutely beautiful. Look, there's no cloud cover. Oh, we all wish that was true. We have see clouds and storms coming through the upper plains here and on the central plains, and we see snow up here and rain showers across Wisconsin. As you go further north, it does become snow because it is colder. And in the northeast, see there's a front that has come through, but ahead of it there's been some showers and some thunderstorms and some looks like some beneficial or looks like a lot of rain ahead of it, but eventually that will push out and you'll have another front come in and bring even colder air in. So what those temperatures look like for Friday, if you're up here in the northern part of the U.S., anywhere from 41, and you move down here to the southeast into the 60s and 80s as you get into Florida. And now, tonight's lows are going to be cold as you go up north, obviously, as you have 37 degrees, and as you go down to the southeast in the 50s and 70s as you go further down in the peninsula. Future radar, southeast looks absolutely beautiful. Southwest looks absolutely beautiful. You get some cloud cover and showers and storms up near the Great Lakes. And tomorrow's forecast, you can see 50s, upper 50s and low 60s for the northeast and the southeast, anywhere from the low 70s to the mid 80s as you get into Florida. And so, yeah, that is what the forecast looks for the national picture. And Zach, what do you think about all that cool weather trying to get into the U.S.?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a change of season. It's that time of the year. And, here in Tallahassee, we got the lifestyle forecast. In case you do want to try to get out and do anything this weekend, it's going to be a great weekend for it. Tonight, you're going on that dinner date. Right now, it's 81, and that sun is beating down. But just wait a couple of hours. It's going to be 74. You can get some of that outside seating. It's nice and safe. We got the fresh air, and you have the stars to look at. 69 as we get towards 10 p.m. tonight. So an absolutely perfect evening, really, to do anything outside. As we get into tomorrow, though, dog walk forecast. We know we like to sleep in, but the dogs, they got to get up first thing in the morning and take a walk. 57 degrees. You might want that light jacket if you go out. We're starting to get finally into that time of the year. It's 58 as we get towards 9 a.m. We got the sun still out. Temperatures will be warming up quickly into the mid-60s. Now the FSU versus UNC game tomorrow night. I know everybody's really excited about that. I hope we continue upon our improvements from the Notre Dame game. We're starting to make a little forward momentum. It's going to be 74 degrees, mostly clear around that kickoff time, and starting to cool off as we get throughout the evening, and by the time you're heading home, 68 or so with clear skies. So if you're going to an after party or you're just having the windows down on your way home, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. The 3-day forecast here in Tally looking like 78 tomorrow with that gorgeous sunshine once again in the area. 82 as we get towards Sunday. So once again, like I said, the effects are not going to be super long lasting. We're already back up to the mid-80s by Monday with just a couple of those light puffy cumulus clouds, no precipitation to really worry about. Our lows are, in the 70s. So overall, it's not too bad. Of course, it's going to be about 62, not 72. But as we get into the rest of the week, yeah, not too bad at all. Winds around the southeast right now, you can really see with the cold fronts bringing in those northwesterly winds, especially as you get down here. Wow, towards New Orleans down there, you're really close to the water. And of course, we got that 24-mile-an-hour wind right out of the north, so you're really going to be cooling off. Next 24 hours or so in Tallahassee, we've got those high clouds kind of moving in, especially as we get over here towards the Jacksonville area. But here locally, pretty much nothing on the radar. Tomorrow's forecast, we have 70s widespread pretty much all across the map, except for Florida. And then, of course, Key West and Miami, you're still dealing with those scattered thunderstorms. So, it is what it is. It's Florida, and South Florida just doesn't seem to have any seasons.
Absolutely. Yeah, I lived there for a while, and so it's I know about the muggies being there for a very long time. I think you get like 2 weeks of winter in South Florida, and that's about it. We're going to take a look at Alabama. Since we took a look at the southeast, we're going to do a focus forecast on Alabama, and here is Alabama. All right. And all right, here we go. Alabama, all right. Montgomery is 72 degrees, and it's sunny, and it's going to cool off tonight as that cold front has passed by, and we have northerly winds up here that are just going to bring in lots of cool air for Alabama. So actually, if you're going to go to the game tomorrow in Tuscaloosa as Georgia takes on Alabama, it's going to be beautiful weather if you're going to that game. And looking around Huntsville, Alabama, there is no clouds in sight. Those clouds have pushed off to the southeast. You can see them disappearing as they pass through Georgia, and it's just going to be a beautiful day here in Alabama. I might go to Alabama tomorrow because, it's really beautiful. Anyways, you can see the drier air moving in as Montgomery has 47-degree dew point right now. It's absolutely comfortable, and so you can see where the muggies are. Yeah, they can stay down there in South Florida. So, tonight's lows around Alabama and the southeast. Montgomery has a low of 45 degrees tonight. That's on the cool side. It's probably campfire weather. If you like campfire and doing s'mores and stuff like that, it's great weather for that. And as you move down here into Florida, 70s, low 70s and upper 70s if you're in Key West. But this is just that cool air mass is moving in for the weekend, and things will warm up again next week. So for now, enjoy the cool weather for the next couple of days. Here you can see dew points are dropping as the moisture content of the atmosphere is being dried out from that dry air mass moving in. You have a lot more moisture over Florida where showers and storms will be focused mostly this weekend, especially in Miami area. And Futurecast shows absolutely beautiful weather over Alabama. There's plenty of sunshine over most of the southeast, and you get into Florida, and there are some showers and storms that will be around this weekend. In parts of eastern Texas also, you can see that there are also going to be some clouds and a few showers about. And so we're going to look at the next 3 days here in Huntsville, Alabama. On Saturday, like I said, it's going to be absolutely beautiful. The high is 68. If you're going to the game in Tuscaloosa, similar conditions. It's going to be sunny and absolutely beautiful. And Sunday, another picture-perfect day at 74 degrees for a high. And Monday, sunny and 79 degrees. The temperatures are slowly creeping, trying to get to the 80s, but not going to make it over the next 3 days. So there's going to be absolutely beautiful weather in Huntsville, Alabama, if you are going to there or know somebody who lives there. And so now I believe we're going to talk about, so what do you think about that forecast for Alabama game?
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. We don't usually get to have two people on the wall, but we have a little extra time tonight. And Alabama, it's kind of indicative of pretty much the whole country.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
It's really not too bad. Sunday right here in the middle, it's 74 degrees and the sun's out. We all want something positive and good in 2020.
Right. Absolutely.
Let's take what little we can get.
Absolutely.
It's really not that bad. I want to go back to a couple things here. Like you said, the moisture forecast, there's really nothing over the south.
It's not that dry.
It's so dry.
Yes.
It's so crazy.
After such a wet season with hurricanes and storms passing through that area, it's
right.
It finally gets to dry out.
Yeah. So you look at the radar, like I said, there's really nothing going on. But, that front, you can almost see, and I'll kind of move back here out of the way. The front really is kind of stretched up here, and you can only see a few clouds. There's really nothing to see. It's amazing how dry this front really is. But it made it through. It's not going to make it all the way through.
Right.
Overall, it's not too bad. But it's going to lead to this forecast like this. And you said, like, tonight,
those cool temperatures.
in the 50s. And we get up here to the 40s as we get to Atlanta and Montgomery. So it's...
I believe fall's on the way.
Fall is on the way. It's nothing you can really complain about. I'll hand this off to you, though. I enjoyed this little segment, though, just talking about the Southeast,
Absolutely.
Overall, it's not too bad. It's dry. It's nice. I appreciate weather like this.
Absolutely. So we're going to take a look at the, I believe, the local weather one more time. Oh, here we go. Temperature Almanac. Today's high was 78 degrees, which is below average. Average is about 85 degrees this time of year. So I'm liking that 78, and we are nowhere near 92 or 36 low for those record lows and highs. So it's definitely been a great day in Tallahassee. Currently is 81 degrees under partly cloudy skies with a north-northwest wind at 13 miles per hour. Just look at that picture. This is absolutely beautiful here over Doak Campbell Stadium. The sun setting in the background. It is just going to be a beautiful night. If you're a stargazer, it's going to be a great night for getting that telescope out and looking at the stars and the moon. Is the moon out tonight? I believe there is a moon. So yes, it's a great night for stargazing. You can see clear skies over the Big Bend area. Only cloud cover that you really see is just a little bit of clouds down here towards moving south on the peninsula down the I-75 corridor. Guys who go down towards Orlando. And about those temperatures currently in the Big Bend, yes, those temperatures are dropping off slowly. 77 in Thomasville, 81 here in Tallahassee. And Perry's not reporting. Apalachicola, you are at 83 degrees. Those temperatures will continue to fall tonight as we have north winds that are ushering in cooler air from the north. We have a high pressure that is located up here, up here in the center. Yeah, it's north of here, and so there's going to be cooler air moving into the area and these north winds. It's going to be absolutely beautiful day, and so you see the muggy meter. Guys are happy in North Florida because there are less showers, less humidity now, and as you move down the peninsula, you see that there's more humidity. So Zach, what do you got to close this out with?
It's been kind of a crazy show. It's been a crazy week here in Tallahassee, but overall, just for everything, the big thing I can say is try to enjoy your weekend. We don't get weather that's this great this often, and that's kind of been our theme. Personally, I really appreciate, we do have the winds. Here's the next 24 hours as we get across Tallahassee. You can see really nothing except for a few high clouds there. Lows are in the 50s. Tonight's 54. I mean, we're finally starting to cool off. It's starting to feel like fall. Nothing I can really too much complain about. If you do want to go to the beach, it's looking really nice. We're going to be in, like I said, those mid to upper 70s. Waves are a little rough there, 4 to 6 feet. If you want to take out the boogie board, it might not be quite enough for the surfing, but makes your swim a little more interesting. Of course, always swim near a lifeguard just in case, we do have some of those rip currents out there when things get choppy. But yeah, overall, follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/FSU Weather and like us on Facebook. We've got some interesting things there. Of course, you can watch us live on YouTube as you are tonight and pretty much every night. And follow us here on Instagram at FSU Weather. Send us your weather pictures. I'm student meteorologist Zach Richards. You have a great weekend, Tallahassee.